Hey, what's going on guys, my name is Gamertag and I'm back from the Fortnite video. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you guys the fastest way to get XP in Fortnite Battle Royale. This way we can of course max out the Blackheart in the hybrid skin as fast as possible. So if you guys are going to enjoy today's video, I would appreciate a like down below. Also, if you're new around here and would like to stay up to date with my daily Fortnite content, then feel free to subscribe as well as turning on those post notifications. With that out of the way, let's hop right into today's video. So again, as I mentioned, today's video, I'll be going over the fastest way that you guys can level up and get XP in Fortnite Battle Royale. Obviously, the two new skins for Season 8, which are Blackheart and Hybrid, are actually customizable where you can unlock certain styles simply by gaining XP. Now I don't have my game pulled up right now, but off of my memory, I believe the Blackheart skin for the max style actually requires 320,000 XP, and then the hybrid skin requires 280,000 XP, and that might be vice versa, I'm not entirely sure. Regardless of that being said, both of the max styles take a significant amount of XP, whereas maybe even a majority of players won't even gain that amount of XP before the season ends. So today's video, I want to show you guys basically how to optimize your playing style, certain things that you do, and just give you general tips and tricks and specifications on how you can in fact get the most amount of XP per game. It's going to allow you to get these skins a lot faster, and it's safe to say after watching this video and utilizing everything, you could get these skins in about a half or a third of the time that it originally would have taken you. Now XP is essentially used for two things. It's used for leveling up, so when you load into the game originally and you look in the lobby, you'll see that you have a level beside your character. This used to have literally no effect or impact on anything, simply I guess was used for bragging rights. However, since season 4 I believe there have been customizable skins where you've been able to upgrade them through XP. So XP again is used for leveling up, which has no effect, and then it is also used for the new styles for certain skins that are released in the Battle Pass. Now an idea of pretty much the XP per level. Getting to level 50 is going to require about 175,000 XP, and then for level 100, you'd expect for it to be twice as much. However, that is not the case. To get to level 100, you're going to need around 1 million XP, and this is because it's an exponential sort of challenge. Basically, every time you level up, it's going to require a little bit more XP than before for you to in fact get the next level. So to give you a rough estimate about what level you need to be in order to have these skins maximized, I'd say being around level 60 to 65, if not 70, is about where you need to be to have these skins maxed out, and this again is rooted by the amount of XP you need. So now let's hop into how you guys can maximize the amount of XP that you get. Well, XP plays off of three main things. This is going to be eliminations, survival time, and placement. Now, I've made previous videos discussing these three things, however today's video I wanted to go more in depth and give you guys a better understanding of about how much XP you're getting per these three factors. Now elimination varies from the mode that you're playing. Obviously a mode like Team Rumble is not going to give you nearly as much XP per elimination as for if you play a solos game. But regardless of what game mode you're playing, the first kill is always going to reward you with 50 XP. So again, regardless of what game you're playing, whether that be solo, duo, squads, or one of the LTMs such as Team Rumble, you're going to want to make sure that you get that first kill every single time to give you a generous 50 XP. Now for the second factor, that's survival time. To give you an in-depth look of this, you're going to get 17 XP per minute after the first minute. And this caps at around 14 minutes, meaning if you last the entire 14 minutes, you're going to get around 238 XP, simply by surviving through the game. So if you think that you want to go ahead and load into a solo game and play extremely passive, if not camp your entire way for 14 minutes, then you can do so and it will give you around 238 XP. If you're going to use this technique, I'd recommend of course you get that first elimination and then camp for the rest of the 14 minutes. And then the third factor again is placement, and this once again varies per game mode. Now I'll give you an idea for placement. We're going to go over solos. For a win, you're going to get around 300 XP. For getting top 10, you're going to get around 100 XP. And for getting top 20, you're going to get around 25 XP. And once again, your placement XP varies per the game mode that you're playing. Obviously, a solo game is going to give you the most amount of XP for your placement, whereas something like a squads is not going to give you nearly as much XP. And then something like Team Rumble, I don't believe you even get XP for winning the game because either you're going to come in first or second. Now if you're a decent player and you can get a consistent top 10 placement in something like solos, I'd recommend you play solos. Obviously a win is going to give you 300 XP. This is going to give you more XP than any other factor in the game. So again, if you can get a consistent top 10 placement in solos and then a few wins here and there, then definitely solos is more than likely your best bet for leveling up and getting the most amount of XP per game. Now if you're not getting a consistent top 10 placement and you're struggling on solos, I'd recommend your next best bet to be Team Rumble. Now the reason I would say this over squads or duos is because in an LTM like Team Rumble, you actually have the privilege of respawning every time you get eliminated. So you're never kicked out of the game, and when you play Team Rumble, you're going to get the 17 XP per minute that I mentioned, which caps at around 14 minutes. So you're going to get the entirety of the 238 XP simply by playing the game. Not to mention, Team Rumble players are very clueless, and it's almost guaranteed that you're going to get at least one elimination. So of course you're going to get that bonus 50 XP per your first elimination. So quite honestly, just by getting one elimination and then completing the game itself, you're going to get around 400 XP without any bonuses or other factors included in it. Now there's more factors to getting XP, such as doing damage to other opponents, dealing damage to other structures, building structures, etc, etc. There's a huge list that gives you XP. So completing a Team Rumble game, of course, you're going to get the guaranteed 400 XP from the survival time as well as your first elimination, and I'd say it's a safe bet to expect to get around another 200 XP by various other factors. So that is why I'd recommend playing Team Rumble for XP if you're not getting a consistent top 10 or top 5 placement on solos. So with that out of the way, we're now going to get into the fastest way to get XP in Fortnite Battle Royale. Those previous explanations were more or less if you're playing solo or by yourself in those game modes. Now the fastest way to get XP is by playing any squads game mode with 3 friends that have the Battle Pass. Now if you're wondering why that is, it's because you actually get an XP boost per friend that you're playing with that has the Battle Pass. On top of that, you also get a personal XP boost. Now the max personal XP boost you get is 120%. And then the max friend XP boost you get per player is going to be 40%. So assuming you have the max XP boost for your personal, which is going to be 120%, and you're playing with 3 friends that have the max friend XP boost, you can expect to be getting 240% XP boost simply by playing one game. Now the XP boost basically varies upon your tier. So if you're a lower tier, you're going to have about a 10% XP boost per friend. And then of course if you're a higher tier, you're going to get around that 40% XP boost per friend. And then of course the 120% personal XP boost. Now in order to reap this XP boost, all the people you're playing with need to be added through Epic Games. So make sure that when you're playing with the full squad of friends, you have them added in order to get their XP boost. Now, if you can't find anyone to play full squads with, or none of your friends are online at the time, what I want you guys to do is check the comment section down below, as well as commenting stating your gamertag, PSN, or Epic account name, plus the tier that you're currently on. This way you can find a group of people to squad up with. Also be mindful that all platforms can cross-play, meaning if you're on PC, you can play with PS4 players and Xbox players, and vice versa. So check the comment section, reply to a few comments, and try to get a squad together, and then of course utilize everything that I mentioned in this video per game. Make sure that you all are added through Epic Games, this way you guys can get all of your friend XP boosts. Make sure you're again focusing on elimination, survival time, and placement. So I'd recommend either playing squads together or something like Team Rumble. Now if you're a player who prefers to play alone, which is like what I prefer doing, then of course I'd recommend playing solo. And then lastly, a good way to get XP is through daily challenges. Every day at 7 PM EST, you're going to get a new set of daily challenges. Completing these challenges will give you 5 battle stars as well as 500 XP. So by completing these challenges, which are usually very easy, you're going to get a free 500 XP. Now to give you an example of what a daily challenge will look like, it'll be something like get 3 pistol eliminations or play 3 matches with a friend. They're all very easy, and not a single daily challenge will ever be too difficult to be completed. So by completing these, you're going to get a free 500 XP. So that is essentially everything I wanted to discuss in this video. If you found it helpful or enjoyed it, I really would appreciate a like down below. Also, if you're new around here and would like to see more daily Fortnite content like this in the future, then feel free to subscribe. Nonetheless, my name is Gamertag. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Adios.